how's it going? I am back. I am very sleepy, so apologies, you might hear a yawn now and then. I've had a tiring weekend. There's been lots of walking and not nearly enough sleeping. But we are going to have some fun in D&D. Leandra is back because Peter cannot DM. So Faye has that honor, and yeah, I am sticking with my character Leandra Dewitt. So I'm gonna be her again, and that's gonna be interesting. It's a very different mindset from Era. But yeah, it's gonna be good. So as per usual, D&D streams, I may not be able to interact as much as I usually do. All of that stuff. I'm just gonna join the voice call. I can't remember all the things I usually say, so I'm just gonna. Oh wait, I haven't even. Wait, hang on. I need to post a thing in the Discord. I'm very. There's no organization on my end today. That's not. Yes, that. Wait, this doesn't make sense. This isn't a complete sentence. It's D&D night, comma, and Leandra is back with Avian Fee as DM. Okay, that'll do. And yeah, I'm just gonna join the voice call. Hello.
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 All right, is everyone ready for D&D?
Yes.
Okay.
What did we
So
do?
let me find my freaking. There we go. I'm like, let me find the correct tab, so we can get this started. All right. So, welcome everyone to the second adventure of Journeys Through the Radient Citadel, written in blood. We're going to start here with Caro. You having you were approached not too long ago by Lamai, if you remember her from the previous adventure, Salted Legacy. Approached you at your stall for some light chit chat and banter, something that's become a bit of a recurring thing since you helped them out. Talking about an up-and-coming festival in a different realm named God's Breath. Specifically, a festival called the Festival of Awakening, held in God's Breath. You opted to travel to that festival, taking the Ruby Concord Jewel back up to the Radiant Citadel to catch the Jasper Concord Jewel, which was going to take you to God's Breath. Back on the Citadel, you ran back up with Balog and Leandra, who decided to join in with you. The three of you are now in the familiar interior of a Concord Jewel, the open space with the multi-levels, the upper levels where people are sitting and talking and waiting, and the lower levels where you've got the cargo and the pens for animals and other trade things. Balog, your donkey, is currently down with the other livestock. While up there and meandering and talking, there are a pair of other individuals who take notice of your little group. Isaac and Rach, which one of you would like to introduce your characters first as the newcomers?
Rach, would you like to go first?
Sure.
Yes.
So wait, I'm assuming this is in context of we're traveling together and noticing them, or does it matter?
Doesn't matter if you want to be traveling together or not. That's up to you.
You want to be buddies?
Sure.
We're gonna be scalar buddies.
We're buddies.
Okay. You see before you a 2 foot tall chunky, rotund kobold. Very bright, fiery scales, a very chubby tail with black spots and white accents. Curling horns coming out of the head and like plated scales. It's like kind of take like a leopard gecko and like a rattlesnake and mash them together, and that's the face you see. And bulging like bright blue eyes. And they have a massive greatsword resting on their shoulders, and you can kind of see various cooking utensils tied to their waist, their back, anywhere they could fit, particularly a very large, heavy cast iron skillet.
1-foot tall chomper.
Oh.
Wait, you say massive greatsword. Is it massive for them or like massive?
Yes.
It is,
Like,
it
they're like
is
5 foot long.
It's
massive
big in
circle.
general, and it is also massive by comparison to the
Yeah.
creature that is holding it.
That's what she said.
For the sake of Jesus Christ, Mundle. For the sake of anyone curious about rules, I've opted to ignore the small creatures get disadvantage with heavy weapons because it's fucking stupid. As long as you're not using a weapon you took off of a medium creature's body, I'm gonna assume you have one made for you.
Yeah.
So, in any situation where Marriage is not rolling disadvantage with their weapon, that is why.
For the sake of ridiculousness, why not?
Yes.
For the sake of fun,
Yes.
And
Isaac?
next to this little potential monstrosity, you all see a standing roughly 3 times the height, well over just a little bit over 6 feet tall, a bronze scaled dragonborn. She has a long, heavily scaled tail looping behind her, dressed in blue and white robes, with a hood down. 2 long horns curl up from the top of her head and backward with slightly darkened tips. Her eyes are a bright blue, and she is just standing there happily, just traveling along with her friend.
now, for the sake of Rach, because Rach has not played with any of these characters, if
She also
the
has
rest of-
2 daggers, one on each hip. That are
if the rest of you would like to... So these two start approaching the rest of your little group here, Caro, Baylog, and Leandra. If you all would like to briefly describe your characters for the sake of Rach, who was not present at all for the previous adventure.
Yes. Hi. Hello. I'm here.
Hello.
Hi.
Easily the most
Shall I go first?
standoutish. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you were starting. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I really am half asleep. I'm sorry.
It's great.
I'm
It's
sorry.
Perfect.
Oh.
Just let it be your character. She's currently half asleep.
Me first.
No.
It fits.
You fits with Leandra.
Easily and unfortunately the most standoutish of the group, because he's kind of really tall, standing at about 7'7", I believe I have him there. He's like a really like modestly presenting, very light blue-skinned Goliath. His hair is really nice light blue color as well. His furs are just very nice browns and some grays and going off there. He has a couple of small axes on his pack. He doesn't have much going for him, but you can also tell that he's not really trying to stand out. He's just kind of there. I mean, if you see him actually talking, you can't even tell his mouth is moving because his beard blocks most of that visual. from that, he does have also a longbow strung over his shoulder at the moment, but otherwise he's just kind of a really big guy, just kind of chilling. I will say that the one thing that actually is stand out is just that there's a small I would say brooch that's on the top of his shoulder that's just like a curl of wire, and it almost looks like it's just high enough that he could just kind of almost bite onto it, considering the location.
Thank you, Rage, for the hydrate.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just kind of there chilling, just a really big guy.
Big sweetheart. Big sweetie. Okay.
Leandra, you can go now.
Natalie, you can go unless you've been doing a thing, in which case Mud will go.
So,
Are you
Leandra, well, I mean, yes, but so Leandra is pretty much on the opposite side of that. Leandra stands at 2'5". She has long golden brown hair. She has bronzed skin, reddish brown eyes. She stands confidently, as tall as she can.
Just 70 centimeters.
She is carrying a staff that is, taller than she is. But except for her staff and her backpack, she doesn't really seem to have much. I think
Alright. Mundle.
Baylock Barbarossa, a relatively stereotypical dwarf, red beard, red hair, 4'2", or 140 something centimeters. Chainmail on his body, and on his back he carries a cauldron as his backpack with a tiny anvil head on the bottom. So he switches it over to be an anvil, or if it is supposed to be cauldron, he switches it on the back again. And in the cauldron he has a bunch of axes, small hammers, and other stuff.
Okay. So you indeed, do you see this motley crew? Do you approach to talk to them now, or do you just take note of them at this point? And vice versa, the rest of you see the very bright, the very flashy color, or not so much colorful, but shiny dragonborn and
Yes.
a very unique kobold. So we're gonna.
I mean,
like that.
her robes are fairly bright in color.
Yeah.
It's a fairly bright white and blue, and yeah. Any amount of light that hits her is like almost her entire face is bronze. Basically, her entire face is bronze scaled, so it's like it lights up very well.
Yeah. So you're noticeable.
Yes.
Okay.
Quite noticeable.
Carol's like, no. No.
No, he's staying in his lane.
Okay.
Then I think you are seeing some new faces.
Oh.
And
Dan.
would. Oh, Dan's gone. Would approach and introduce herself. I keep needing to think about this accent. Hold on.
Go for it.
Hello, my name is Yula. It's very nice to meet you all. Do you happen to be traveling to... Where were we traveling to? One more time. I keep forgetting.
You were heading to...
Godswill.
You were heading to the town of Promise within God's Breath for the Awakening Festival.
Would you all happen to be traveling to the Awakening Festival, same as us?
Oh, yes, we are. Hello. How are you doing? Nice to meet you. She'll
Very
reach out a hand.
Too. Yeah, and she'll bow down to give a handshake.
Oh God, let's see if I can actually do this voice I want to do. Okay.
Deet, come over. You should introduce yourself.
The kobold kind of like cocks her head to the side and like licks an eyeball, and then they blink, but in a way that's like not in sync. So like one blinks before the other.
Oh, no. He's the face of a DM who just realized what I've been given.
Yeah. This is
All right, here we go.
Would that over there be your pet or your friend?
This does not pet.
Ah,
Oh, so I don't know if your microphone sort of got that.
Sort of.
I heard it.
I heard it.
Yeah, I heard it.
I have to
Cut out,
probably be
like,
like really close to this.
Ooh.
well then, good day to big scale and good day to small day. Scaly, how are you doing today?
Doing very well. It's wonderful to meet you. What are your names?
Baylog.
Baylog.
I'm Leandra Dewitt. Thank you.
Leandra.
No, hello.
Caro, he grabs onto his shoulder and casts message towards Deet. Caro, you're kind of far away.
Notice the sort of like hunched over behavior. It's like, okay.
All right.
Hi.
Deet hears that magically whispered message in there. How does a message come across? Is it like kind of like a whisper in your ear, or like a message in your head?
Yeah. I think that's you know what? That's up to Caro. Is that feel like a whisper in the ear or a message in the head?
I would say for Caro, for the individual, it's like he's talking to them in a normal voice.
Who is that? Who speaks to Deet?
Oh boy.
That's me. Sorry, I don't. Yeah, and he just kind of takes a step back.
I'm like juggling your audio there a little bit. I'm trying to find.
Yuya reach out and gives a gentle pat on Caro's forehead. Don't worry about DT. They'll be calm, I promise. They won't cause trouble.
Can you promise that?
I can hope.
I can hope. All I can do.
I never said this character doesn't make false promises.
Fair point. All right. So you all exchange some pleasantries, introduce each other, and make friendly for the duration of the journey. Eventually, the Jade Jewel lands in the world of God's Breath, letting out its passengers. Baylog, you go and find your lovely little pack animal, Olaf.
Hola.
Go and secure his lead and have him. I'm assuming you have him on a lead and you're leading him along?
Yep.
Okay. And you all meander into Promise. The jewel does not, much like with Sangsunko, the jewel does not land in the town of Promise itself. It lands a good few hundred feet outside of it. So you and the rest of the crowd sort of meander into the city. It takes a few minutes just because of the crowd. And the second you arrive in the city, it becomes the second you arrive in the village, it becomes apparent that there is a celebration going on. And it is about, I'm going to say it's about 11 a.m. Here at this point, to account for travel time and everything. In God's Breath, it is currently 11 a.m. Does not mean it was 11 a.m. when you left, but in this realm, it is 11 a.m. The whole village is strewn with streamers and flowers, and as you're walking in, the festival is clearly in full swing. Vibrant music can be heard all around you as the history of the land is recounted through song that musicians playing instruments of many kinds, their performances melding together as you guys are all walking through, creating what you've heard referred to as the Awakening Song, basically a musical oral storytelling tradition. And the festival is yours to explore. You can smell foods, you see colorful stalls. The festival is yours. Where would you like to go and what would you like to do?
What exactly can we see from here?
You can see various stalls selling wares. You can see various musician performances, a few people doing dances and such, various passerby.
Okay.
General lovely street festival.
The stalls, are they selling just general goods or there's specific stuff?
You can see some stalls that are selling clothing specifically, as well as these little, what specifically? A little little not corn husk. What are they made of? Straw dolls. Like little straw dolls. You spot a few stalls selling straw dolls that are being made to look like the buyer, sort of things. You see a couple stalls selling like flower garlands or doing like painting and such. You can see a couple artist stalls here and there.
Okay. Gonna go over to one of the straw doll, the ones. Grabs his shoulder again, like, can you make something for me?
So the operator of the stall is a rather portly person wearing some round glasses and sort of jump when they hear the voice in their head and turn and looking at them. Oh, well, certainly. One made in your likeness, I'm assuming. That's usually what folks here after.
No, he's gonna, like, very slightly point over towards Leandra, like, think her?
Sure, of course. Oh, a present for your lovely lady friend.
Purple face.
So that'll it's 7 copper pieces for one of these. It's all right.
Yeah, just counts out 7 and quickly lays it on the table.
So he'll take the copper pieces and he'll start. You can see him like selecting pieces of fabric and kind of looking at Leandra's wear and finding the closest thing to the color of fabric that she's wearing, grabbing some of the straw and binding it together and fashioning some cording for the hair and whatnot. The whole process, surprisingly, not as long as you would think such a thing would take. Takes about like 20 minutes before they are handing you back the doll. It's like, oh, thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the festival.
He just wordlessly grabs it and then walks over.
So go ahead and add a straw doll to your inventory there, Leandra.
Got it.
Or if you give it to Leandra, whoever's got the doll.
I would go over to Leandra and be like, I thought you might like, here.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, darling, thank you.
And then he's just gonna shriek himself into the background as much as he can.
You can, yeah.
Looks over at you indeed. Don't ask me what those 2 are. I have no idea.
No idea.
Deet will kind of like tug at Iwa's robes to get their attention. Deet want food.
sure we can find some food pretty easily. Yeah, we'll look for the nearest food stall. Prioritize that first.
Are you trying to seek any sort of specific type of food, or just generally food?
Meat.
Meat. Something with meat. Okay.
Carnivores.
Carnivores. Okay. That's not too hard to find. You easily pick up the smells of various cooking meats served at some stalls. You find one that looks like it's serving some kind of my brain has escaped me, some sort of chicken on these skewers, very dark. You're not sure if it's seasoned dark or if it's like crusted in something or if it's like glazed in something, but it looks dark from where you are. Someone's selling like these little like hollowed out bowls of bread with like a hearty stew in it. Someone selling what looks like hand pies. Many options for food.
That does look nice.
How do you want your meat? On a stick, in a stew, or in a pie?
In my mouth.
Obviously, the best is a meat pie.
Honestly, yeah, you is looking over at the pies. Like, what do you think you want the pie? I think that would be a good choice right now.
Okay.
All right, we make our way over to the pies.
Okay. As you walk over, the pie seller is sort of like flagging various people like, come enjoy! Hand pies for all! Walk and eat while you enjoy the delightful music of our awakening song. Become one with our oral history, and while you do so, stay nourished, stay happy. Would you like to partake of my delightful meat pies?
Well, we would love to take part of your pies.
Deets kind of like starts scrambling up the face of the counter because they're so short, and is just kind of like hanging on the edge.
Reflectively, is going to put her hands underneath his armpits and pick him up.
And immediately the pie is in view, and Deets just kind of like
Keeps him back.
Of course. So a couple of meat pies for you and your son.
That's adorable. But yes, we would love 2 meat pies if you would.
Of course.
Well, make it 4.
4?
Sun is in sky.
That it is, my boy. So altogether, 4 of them. That's going to be. My brain is starting to do math. 16 copper altogether.
Okay, 16 copper. Perhaps you hand one to him real quick so I can set them down, and then I'll give you the rest of the money.
Yeah,
That's all right.
The stall owner will hand a pie to Deet.
I'll set deep down, grab the 16 copper.
Yeah, Deet's jaw just completely like unhinges, and the whole pie goes in one bite.
Okay, perfect.
She's just gonna. I don't have coppers on me, so she's gonna produce a gold piece and be like,
Okay.
"Do you have change?"
I certainly have change. But
I'll just need 8 silver.
oh, well, thank you very much.
Not a
I'll hand
problem.
the
Thank you
8
very
silver.
much for your services. So, collected the meat pies. You was going to go ahead and hand a second one over and start eating one of her own at a more sedate pace.
He was already used to. Isaac has like known this character for 5 seconds and already understands the assignment.
The assignment is child. He has been trained well by a cat.
Alright, so Balog, was there anything you were wanting to do?
He's currently like just watching that little thing eat. Like, okay, how does that jaw work even?
How
That thing is
job
2
work,
feet
though.
tall, and it just ate a complete cake in one bite.
Oh, it's not like they're like little hand pies. Like they're like that big.
Yeah, but
Okay.
still, it's a 2-foot creature eating a hand pie that fits in the hand of like a 6-foot creature.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. What?
It's like a third of Deed Space.
Is that what
Is
they're
there, like-
called in?
Is my throat like super stretchy like a snake? Like, is there just a lump in my neck now?
Sure.
Are you
You got a
joking?
you got a crop underneath your chin so you could hold on to all the food.
You've got a crop. Oh God.
It's just slowly it's just like quietly gurgling as it's making its way down.
Oh, because this character used to look like more of a nightmare.
Good. My plan is
An
working.
adorable little nightmare.
Leandra, was there anything specific you were doing at all?
Leandra is currently trying to see if she can somehow fasten the straw doll to her person, like show it off, like, because this was a very sweet gesture. So she's just trying to like see if it can fit on her belt, or if she can like. That's what she's doing.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so you guys continue to enjoy the festival, partake, sit, listen, enjoy the sound of the music as it's flowing through the village. And Karo, after we're gonna say like about 30 minutes pass as you're enjoying the festival, and you noticed something as part of the crowd begins another verse of the Awakening song. 4 people wearing the garb of farm folk start wandering into the midst of the crowd. But rather than singing, they're just staring blankly ahead. They're acting strange, and just as you're thinking, oh, that's odd, they surge forward into the celebrants, raising rusty farming implements.
Well, that's going to be good.
Good.
He's gonna. I'm assuming he's sitting by Belog and Leandra, and he's just gonna kind of like, kind of grab them both by the shoulder and like turn them towards whatever's about to happen.
Did they shout anything in Spanish?
What? No.
What? What?
It's a Resident Evil 4 reference.
Oh!
Oh.
No, they did not.
Mhm.
But as you are turning, you said you would grab Leandra and Yua?
And Belog.
Oh, Balog. Leandra and Balog. As you turn them, the celebrants being attacked scream and start running.
And he's gonna get up and start running towards one of the people with the instruments. Then.
Yep, and as you move forward, one of the farmer turns towards you, and now that you can see it, there is something wrong. This farmer's eyes are stark red and almost look like they are starting to overflow with red tears that are not being shed yet. As it lifts a big old farming scythe to swing it down on you, I need everyone to roll initiative.
Yay!
Okay.
Give me a second to pull you into the map, though.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Should probably roll that.
What is my initiative? Oh, I do have one. Cool.
I'm gonna use my metal dice. This one looks like the big spiky ball.
14 because of a +0. I need better initiative for my characters.
I also got a 14.
I also got a 14.
Oh my god.
With or without the...
No, with my modifier.
Oh,
Yeah.
I rolled a 13.
me too. So,
Well, that's
who wants to go first?
I have a 16.
Hold on. Well, we'll sort that out in a second. Let me pull you over here.
14 squad, let's go.
Okay. So, the farmers are. I don't know if you can you all see the map at the moment?
Yep.
Okay, can
Yes.
you see tokens on the map?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Things are kind of dropping in for me still. I don't see any tokens though.
Yeah, you probably won't because they're not actually. What the fuck do I actually summon?
We shouldn't because we don't have tokens
I'm
of us.
I'm dropping y'all in now. I just want to see if I could. I'm gonna drop you guys in, and I'm
We're dropping, boys.
I'm gonna let you put you
Drop it in, boys.
yourselves closest to where you would be. So I need Karo, I need Balog, I need Yua, I need Leandra. Oh, I don't have D.
Yeah, I have it downloaded and tied, I think.
Okay. Oh, there they are.
Yep.
I need D. I need D.
Deet.
Okay, now make him tiny.
What was the character?
Tinier, smaller.
Roadrunner. Meep meep. Deet.
Size. There you go.
Wait, is that tiny or small?
It only has one stage below.
That's fine. No, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Okay, so, can you move me? Or do I need to give you permission still?
We need permissions.
Yeah.
I do not have.
I have permission, but I can't move. Oh no,
Oh,
I can.
There you go. Okay, you can move.
I cannot move.
You cannot move. Okay, hold on. Player permission.
Is Carol the closest?
You?
So
Alright, you should have permission now. Oh, Isaac.
Yay!
And
I guess we're over here somewhere.
Here, and
Curious.
you should have permission. Okay, so I'm gonna say, Karo, you had walked up to one. I'm gonna say you walked up to this one.
Mm-hmm. Whichever one of them was about to go attack someone first. So yeah.
Well, yeah. We'll
Leandra
say
and Bela
walk
would be
to
next
that
to each
one.
other because
The
Elephant,
villagers
no?
are already scattering pretty far away. You two, you two could be there. Were Yua and Deet, were you guys near Leandra and Balog, or were you doing your own thing?
Well, where would the hand pies be in reference to the wicker?
I'm gonna say you probably had wandered away since that point, because about 30 minutes had passed since the hand buys to this point, so you don't necessarily have to still be over there.
I mean, I don't think we would have gone too far away from everyone else we just kind of tried to make friends with.
Okay. If you guys want to be there, that's fine.
Yeah, well, about here is good.
Right about there? Alright. So, what was everyone's initiatives?
14.
I have it.
I'm going to go ahead and put it into Tailspire.
Yep, I did as well.
How do I have to... I now have to remember how to give people turns.
You need to go to turn
Oh.
order, press the... there's a button
There's
for opening it up, like a sort of like a gear or something.
Yeah, I did that. I've got a black bar.
And then you have to click on their tokens.
Aha, you, fucking... Oh, that's not right. Not that one. Not that one. I need Yua, I need Deet, I need Leandra,
Deet.
Balog.
Oh, actually, I'm 22, but I don't know if 22 difference between
What
22
have
or
I
24 is going to matter.
I forgot I need this one too.
You
What
never know.
spells do I have?
What do you have?
Or just so small.
It's perfect. It's everything I
The thing is, like technically, you're still
Tiny.
you're half the height you're supposed to be, but you're still closer to
God, it's not...
than what you were before, which was like 4 feet tall,
How tall are you supposed to
like 6'5", 6'4".
be? So yeah, I'm like 1/3 your height. That's great. It's perfect.
Oh my god, it's so working.
Pick you up under your armpits and chuck you.
I like it when it starts. There we go. So boop,
Weaponize the child.
grab you, grab you. Now we'll put them all in their own turn.
Fastball special.
I had to restart the turn order because I dropped a token. I forgot to drop it, and then it said "fuck you."
First,
Alright,
it's like She-Hulk holding Wolverine for the fastball special. That's a tight butt you got there.
That's
It's
a
like
tight little ball.
Wolverine. First rule of fastball special: don't talk about fastball special.
We're talking about fast roll special. Alright. Counters. I forgot to pull up my counters. Ugh, I'm smart. I'm prepared, guys.
You got this. Don't worry.
That's fine. You know, DM loading. It's okay. Everything's fine.
Everything
Oh,
is amazing.
Everything's awesome. Everything's awesome when you're part of the team.
Got the encounter. Okay, cool. So, all right. Karo, what was your initiative?
16.
How do I add an actual initiative? Oh, fuck. How do I add an actual... oh, okay, so 16. Then you was... What was you was?
22.
22. Baylog.
14? The rest is all 14, I think.
Leandra.
14.
14, okay. And then you had the same dex?
I think so.
My dex is
What do you have?
13.
I think I have...
13? What's yours?
No, I have 12. You go first.
Leandra goes first. And then I need to roll.
How much? 4 of you had... no, 3 of you had 14, right?
14, yep.
This one goes.
Amazing.
I think
It goes
I think
Leandra,
Deet
Deet,
goes
Baylog.
first.
No, Deet.
Deet, Leandra, and then me. I'm last.
Gotcha.
Oh, I didn't get Deet. What did Deet roll?
14.
14.
14. So it's Deet, Leandra, Baylog?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then for you, I require this one. You don't have... I didn't think so. So you rolled... Okay. So top of the round, before anything happens, Kara, you do notice that one commoner has not fled and is actually like kind of reaching over trying to like stop one of the farmers as he's trying to chase someone. What are you doing? What is going on? And sees you do the same and looks over to you. Please, these aren't... I don't know what's going on. This is not how these people usually act. Please don't... Whatever you do, don't kill them.
He just... furiously nodding.
All right. You see these farmers lash out someone, and you've heard a shout from another woman beseeching y'all not to kill them. What do you do?
Let's see here. What kind of cone do I have on these fuckers?
What kind of cone?
A candy cone?
15... Sort of 15 foot. So, if I were to say, oh, I don't know, release a cone of lightning breath.
I mean...
Would it hit all 3 of these guys?
If you ran up to them, yeah, you're still all the way over there.
And the angle on a cone is 45 degrees.
That's one of the farmers. That's not you. That you're putting the ruler on.
I know.
Okay, I'm just like, if you move up to them, sure.
But the angle, what's the angle supposed to be on a cone again? I can't remember.
Sure, actually.
45 does make sense.
Let me see.
45 degree cone, then I would probably only be able to hit 2 of them.
The angle of a cone effect, D&D 5e. The cone is a 90-degree triangle on the grid, with the 2 sides extending on a 10-foot cone.
I think it's 45 because it's 90 in total.
Okay,
and
there's
here
a cone in 5e. A cone extends in a direction you choose from its point of origin. A cone's width at a given point along its length is equal to that point's distance from the point of origin. A cone's area of effect specifies its maximum length. So that's an angle of roughly 53.13 degrees, apparently. Next question asked, how do you use the grid system? So roughly 53-degree cone.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. All right, Yua is going to... tap Deed on the head and say, time to fight. Don't kill anyone. And rush over here.
Okay.
And proceed to repeatedly punch this person in the back.
Okay.
Just two, going for 2 unarmed strikes, one with as a bonus action because of martial arts.
Okay.
And
roll your attacks.
First attack is going to be a 17, I believe.
17. Beep, 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 beep. Does in fact hit, yes.
17 to hit for 8 points of non-lethal bludgeoning damage to the back of the head.
Okay. All right.
And if
they are still standing, they take the punches and sort of turn to look at you.
And as they turn to look at me, she's going to send a kick with her front leg in a roundhouse to catch them in the chin.
All right. What's the other attack?
That's going to be a 20 to hit.
That hits.
And another 8 points of bludgeoning damage
All
to
right.
catch them in the jaw and the crook of the neck.
You fully laid this person out. They not only do you hit them and knock them out, they kind of go flying a little bit with that last kick, and they end up over here. All
Alright, that's one down.
Okay, is there anything else you wanted to do on your turn, or is that everything?
That's movement, action, bonus action. So
Okay.
she's going to step forward her last 2 feet and come to rest here.
Okay. That farmer is unconscious. Caro!
That works. Yeah, he's gonna run up to this guy here. He said they're holding a farming instrument. What weapon does the farmer have?
We're gonna say it's like a farming sickle.
Okay, so like a hand sickle,
It's
or like a long one, like a cut the grass head sickle.
it's a long one.
Okay. Well, he's gonna look at the guy and just like, yeah, okay. Reaches back on his pack, pulls out both of the hand axes, and he's gonna take an attack, and he's actually gonna try to cut the sickle where the blade would be, the wood, the blade mix. So he's gonna hit that spot.
Okay. So you're intending to try to disarm him?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Roll attack. I suppose.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Like, what would be the? I'm trying to think.
This is a called shot, so technically
Yeah.
it would be a higher AC to hit
Yeah.
the target.
Yeah.
And with the hand axe, I have a +3, so that's a 15.
15. A called shot adds what to AC?
Usually like a +2.
+2. Yeah, that does it. Then you successfully catch the weapon. I'm gonna have him roll a dex save just to see if he manages to hold onto it. I'm gonna say that's a fucking no. All right, so you successfully send the implement flinging off to the side.
He's gonna take that. He's gonna kind of hook the axe on it, probably pull it off of his grip so it goes up to the side. And with the second axe, he's gonna come in with a backswing and try to hit them on the head and try to just knock them off to the side.
Roll attack for me.
Just a regular one. Oh, and because of weapon mastery, I get advantage because hand axes have vex for some reason.
Yeah, it's true.
I
You
have
did hit. So
40
you get,
feet of movement.
yeah, you have advantage because that first one did hit.
Okay, yeah, as good as roll. Still 13.
13. Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
These guys they're farmers.
Yeah, I didn't think it was too bad. Since I'm using strength, it's only a +1, so that's 7 points of.
7.
I guess would be bludgeoning because he's not trying to kill him. He's trying to hit him with the back of the axe.
Yeah, we'll say bludgeoning. That's fine.
Okay. Still metal to head, but
Metal to head. Amazingly, does not immediately go down. Does stagger, does kind of look wobbly, but does not immediately go down.
and then wherever the scythe kind of went over, I'll move him over, and he'll be standing on top of that scythe, so he can't just pick it back up.
Okay.
That's actually bonus action. Yeah. So I want to kill them. I'll end my turn.
So it would be this one's turn, and seeing people actually fight back, the farmer sort of turns away from the woman who's trying to stop him, and actually stumbles his way over to you, Caro, raising the pitchfork they're holding, and attempts to make a swing at you. Oh, did not roll well. That's a fucking 6.
No.
No, that's all he can do. So D, there's some farmers attacking some people, and a woman telling you not to kill them.
But love to kill. Okay. All
I
right.
can only kill them a little bit.
You only kill them with it.
Eat their feet so they can't run away.
Okay.
No, I guess.
Let's see. Wait.
That little tail. I love it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Deet's gonna start charging until they get up to Yua. And they brandish their cast iron skillet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And skillet! No! Kill it! And tosses it at the guy's fucking kneecap.
Okay. Is it a thrown weapon? Does it have the
I'm
thrown
sorry?
property? Does it have the thrown property? The thing.
It does.
Okay.
I have it as a light hammer, so it can be thrown.
Perfect. Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack. Which one are you going for?
Huh?
Which one are you attacking?
The one behind Caro. That one.
That one. Okay.
Directly in front. Yep.
This one.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, roll attack.
That is a dirty 20.
Yeah.
That hits. That hits. How much damage?
So 1d4 plus
Oh god.
8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So you successfully yeet this frying pan skillet at this man's kneecap. Because yeah, even though it was a cold shot, yeah, you blew that out of the water. Clatters against the side of this guy's knee, and he staggers and actually falls down. Like goes. We're gonna say for effect, he is prone. He is unconscious, but he is prone on the ground because you successfully just took his fucking legs out from under him with a frying pan.
Yeah. Yeah. You still got a bonus action, by the way.
10. It only works for 10 feet.
That would probably hit me and Caro.
Yeah. Unless it specifies that.
This guy's too far. No. He's just gonna look up excitedly at you. See?
Good job. Good job, little one.
Alright. Leandra! You're attacking some farmers and being told not to kill anyone.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a question.
Yes.
So, oh, no, not that. Okay. So just a wording question.
Mm-hmm.
creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range are affected. Does that mean every creature within that, or do I get to pick who?
That would be every creature.
Yeah,
Unless
that's
it
what I
says
thought.
creatures of your choice, it's every creature.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. I was hoping
Yeah.
not, but yeah.
No,
Yeah.
spells are like that.
Let's see.
Unless you...
Wait, what spell was it?
Sleep.
Yeah, well, I mean, it also works in order of targeting the creature with the lowest HP first.
Yeah. So there is a possibility that it will not get to your friends because it will knock everything else that has lower HP before that if the other things have lower HP.
Yes.
True.
Which, considering how quickly one was downed, maybe they do. You don't know.
Well, both
Maybe
of
they
them
don't.
are
Maybe they
slightly injured. Hmm.
We have both been hurt.
You got this.
You know
got
what?
it, it's
Sure,
cool.
why not?
The worst thing that
yeah.
can happen is you knock someone out, right?
It's you now.
I just
Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's
So-
do it.
Where are you going to be centering this? Or how does it work? It's a sphere.
You okay,
right?
buddy?
realization.
Uh oh.
It can wait. It can wait. It can wait.
Let's see. How can I? Oh, well, that's. That's quite a lot of
Okay.
people.
Yeah?
That's a lot of
You
people.
can move it quite a bit. Because you can move it, how far away can you move the center of it as well? Because the range on it is how far you can move it from you.
Pretty
Oh yeah,
far.
so that actually seems fine then. Yeah, because that's what I was trying to do. Just get
Yeah,
as
okay.
few people. Yep. So
I think you're gonna hit Kara either way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you hit Caro, but that's
Yeah.
the only.
Yeah.
And maybe this villager over there, but he's
But-
fine.
In order for it to affect Caro, they need to have more than 28 HP or something like that.
Yeah.
How much?
So-
how much?
let's see. I was originally gonna do it as a second level, but you know what? I think first level will do. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna take the extra 2d8s. So that's 5d8s, and I'm just because I only have the 1d8. I'm gonna do this in Tailspire because that's gonna be easier.
That's fine. That's fine. So that is going to all together do 20 damage. So let's see. So this one definitely has the least amount at 1 HP. So you knock this one out immediately. This one.
Nine.
This one. I have to math. Hold on. I need to pull up my calculator here.
All right, how much does that one have, really?
I've got it.
No, let the DM do the DM.
Got it.
I know.
Alright, this one goes down. Oh, stay down.
Stay down.
Stay
No.
down.
If you know what's best for you, stay the fuck down.
This one goes down. I believe this guy back here was also in the radius. We'll say he had that much health. So he goes down.
I mean, a normal villager has 4 health.
Damn.
Commoners have 4.
4 health. So yeah, I'm assuming he had 4. Caro, you take. You have more than 4 health, I assume?
Yes, I don't think it'll affect me at all.
So that. Yeah, with that, you. Leandra, you. What does sleep look like for you? How do you do that? I don't remember if there's a somatic or vocal component.
It's all 3.
Yeah.
Somatic material.
Oh gosh, I hadn't thought this far ahead.
The material component is a pinch of sand, a rose petal, or
I did
rose
not.
petals,
So-
or a cricket,
Focus. Yeah. or if you use an arcane focus. it can
or
be whatever arcane
focus.
focus is. Yeah.
I like to think she would get a pinch of fine sand and just kind of blow it as if she's blowing a kiss. and just and just kind of whisper like, "Go to sleep, my darlings."
Yes. Okay. So you take your little tincture pocket sand, blow a kiss to them, tell them to sleep. The sand takes on a sheen as it travels over and then creates this 20-foot little dust cloud of sand, and one by one the still standing farmers kind of slump and fall and slump and fall, and then you see one poor villager who's still running, kind of less gracefully, sort of almost trip and then faceplant. Caro, you feel a brief wave of like slight drowsiness that you shake off immediately, and combat ends.
All right.
Carl just looks around at all the having fall down, goes down immediately, grabs their weapons, brings them elsewhere so they can't just grab them again.
Yeah.
Well, they're instruments, I should say.
Yeah.
What you mean?
Woman over
Hit
here
one in
runs
the
over.
back.
Come! They've come down. Bring some ropes, some bandages. I think a couple of them are wounded.
Walks up behind her, just pulls out a rope from his pack and hands it.
As she's saying that, some of the fleeing villagers run up to whoops, I'm sorry, I grabbed you. Didn't mean to grab you. Start tending to, with those of them that did get slightly wounded, and helping to tie up the others at the woman. Thank you. I have no idea what's come over them. These are farmers from out in the Rattle. I know some of these folks. They this is bizarre.
Out in the what?
The Rattle. It's a farmland out. This is so very odd.
Do they all come from there?
All of these ones, I believe so. The ones I recognize, anyway. I can't tell you the ones I don't.
Their eyes were very red.
Red? Oh, it's bizarre. That I can tell you they're humans like me. I don't know of anyone who has red eyes around here. The woman, now that you can see her properly, is a deep-skinned woman. Her hair is up in these short twists. She's wearing this long yellow dress. Now, if I can find the appropriate tab, that's sort of what she looks like. The only image of her is from an action shot, but there you go. There's her face. She said, I think, and I can check. Did the World Animal thing actually show you a handout?
I don't see one myself.
Click on game stream if you don't see it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
There you go. Hey, we're
Yeah, we're pretty close.
Very nice.
I think. Thank you so much. I am Deli. Locals call me Aunt Deli. I suppose you were all come in to see the festival.
Oh, yes. Came to partake and learn about your culture, but this seems a bit out of sorts. Rather unintended.
That's certainly abnormal. And as she's speaking, she's sort of... You can see some of the other villagers are sort of looking over, and she herself kneels down to sort of see. It's like red eyes, unusual. Sounds like a blight or something. And she's sort of, what's this? And she takes a bit of parchment out of the breast pocket of this one and folds it. And shit. Oh, no.
What's wrong?
Deli's going to just kind of offer the parchment to you.
Take it and try to read it.
You don't need to read it. It's a drawing. It's a charcoal sketch of a child struggling to swim in dark water while being grasped at by hands beneath the surface.
Oh.
Is that?
Oh, that's.
Does that mean anything to me? Is that for the disturbing imagery?
The disturbing injury aside, doesn't mean anything. I recognize that style. My goddaughter drew that. It's Kiana, my goddaughter. She, years ago when she was just a girl, she had a friend and poor thing, he drowned in the lake, and this is an image she has drawn over and over again throughout the years as a sort of coping mechanism. She moved out to the Rattle recently. Oh God. If one of the farmers had this... You, all of you. Please, I beseech you, could you go out to her farmhouse? Could you see if she's all right?
Oh, well, of course. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be able to do that. Leandra will look around at everyone, right?
Sure, if everyone is asleep, the party's boring anyway.
Ah, yes, well...
Balak, I did see you say something. Were you investigating what the farmer had, or were you just...
No, I'm just doing background stuff.
poking.
If I'm doing something, I'm gonna say it. If I'm typing, I'm just doing background stuff.
Yeah.
Putting in scenery.
Carl's already tightening up the straps on his backpack, getting ready to go.
Thank you, and I can certainly make it worth your time. 100 gold for all of you, if you can just bring me news.
Let's just see what's going on first before we worry about any of that.
Thank you. And as you're speaking, as Aunt Deli is speaking to you, another woman begins to approach your party. This one, broad-shouldered, wearing this multicolored dress that complements her dark skin. She approaches you boldly, sizing you. She's definitely sizing you up from beneath this wide brim, very stylish, very just woven hat. Well, I overheard your conversations with Aunt Deli. You see nothing important gets past Lady Dre. I hear if you're truly intending to go out to the Rattle and explore what might have happened, I would wish to accompany you. And for the sake of providing additional view, there you go. Pop an image down for you of this wonderfully multicolored woman.
She, yeah.
She's a thing.
I might need to refresh this.
Are you looking at
at
the campaign stream?
Yes. Here we go. Yeah, it just didn't load immediately. If it's now.
Why does it look like her lip is cut?
She's just got a little lip dimple. What do you think about that offer to help?
Fine with me. With that close, she'll be a perfect distraction.
Leandra is going to insight.
Insight? Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, +6. 25.
25. So you can tell that this woman's, Lady Dre's reasons might not be entirely, for wanting to come with you, might not be entirely altruistic.
It might be dangerous, considering.
Well, I'm not worried about danger, love, but you know, if there's a problem happening out there and you're planning on going out, you could probably use my help. I happen to be a bit of a traveling trader myself. I've got a couple good horses and a cart. Anyone injured, you might need a way to transport them. Bring them back to town.
Well, I've got a donkey for that.
The donkey ain't gonna. You got a cart for that donkey?
We're just gonna throw it over them. That'll work.
What did you say?
We'll just throw it over the donkey.
And if there's more than one person, that donkey probably couldn't hold more than one human.
Hey, don't you say anything about Olaf. He might be a bit little, but he get a lot can carry.
Oh, trust me, I got nothing against good old donkey. Perfect piece of burden. I just, poor thing.
Little,
Already
still
carrying
strong.
Now, if you don't want my help, I can certainly make my own means of traveling down there.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna be going anyways, it's probably better that we all go in a group, isn't it? That way,
yes,
safety in
good call.
numbers.
See if there's a donkey.
Makes sense.
I think there is.
I think there is. I just have to find it.
I think I've seen it once.
There it is.
Yeah.
I will give you permission of it to move it in certain situations.
Well, we should probably go now, considering.
Excellent, excellent. Let's go ahead then. If you want to follow me, and I'll bring you over to my cart, and we can start loading her up. She'll start leading you over to where she's got her cart. She's not on the map or officially back in more or less theater of the mind here. What time is it? Isaac, what are you doing?
Grabbing a pair of socks.
I'm grabbing a pair of socks. I'm like, Isaac just left. I'm like, oh shit, is it time?
Just trying to be ready.
I need socks!
The socks are important.
The socks are also very important.
2 socks a day keep the doctor away. Wait, no, that was apples.
But yes, so you all start loading up the cart, getting the horses ready to start heading out to the rattle. Deli follows you as well. Unfortunately, I don't really know where Kiana only moved out there recently. I haven't been down that way yet, and I'm really not sure which one her farmhouse is. But I can give you directions to the rattle itself. But past that point, unfortunately, I don't know where her farmhouse is exactly.
I'm sure that we can figure it out. A clever bunch like us, And
We'll just knock at every door.
Oh, good
For
God,
instance.
I'm so relieved. Yeah, love. Yes, Auntie Deli. We've got it. Dear, we'll find your godmother. We'll find them all. It's fine. And as the two women are speaking and you're helping to load up you're approached by another person. This one, waif thin, hair up in a sort of afro hairstyle, wearing a vibrant purple and yellow robes, it looks like, with this multicolored mantle and a walking stick. Starts to approach you. Where's my tab that has my shit? I've got too many tabs. There you go. And as they approach, excuse me, a very soft-spoken voice. Excuse me. If you're headed to the rattle, I am Proclaimer Tungsten Ward. I am one of the proclaimers who adds verses to the awakening song, and I have much interest in learning this, whatever truth may be to this, whether it is an act of the gods or a challenge to their power. If you would permit me to accompany you, I could ensure that your names are also added to the verses I intend to add because of this event.
And yet another person. Okay, getting suspicious here. That's an insight for a dirty 20.
That's an insight for a dirty 20. Okay. You seems genuine. Just seems to be a holy person wanting to do their job.
Well, then Yua bows and says, "It would be a pleasure to have a person of your status to bless us and give us guidance in our endeavors.
Thank you. I'm much obliged. And sort of bows their head to Aunt Deli and then to Lady Dre. If it is not too much of a trouble for me to be on your cart. Oh, not at all. Go on, get your little scrawny ass up there. So, all of you clamber up onto the cart and start to make your way in the direction of the rattle. So I'm going to pull you back to... How do I...
So, just a little side commentary. The thing I was gasping about before is that I just realized we could pull sound bites from Baldur's Gate magic effects and use them in the soundboard in Discord.
Oh,
Because
nice.
you cast sleep, and all I could think of was the sound of the sleep spell from Baldur's Gate.
Okay, here we go.
That might be a good idea to start pulling off some stuff and adding them in there then.
That's an interesting idea. So, what you surmise as you all bundle into the cart or start walking alongside the cart, is that the rattle's about 12 miles from Promise. Even with the cart, it's gonna take a half day to get there. It's a good thing you've got the fucking cart. And as you start, heading off, Lady Drake gets into the seat of the cart, and Proclaimer Tungsten, settles in next to her. So I have a question. Is anyone in the... I should probably have a thing here for... Hold on. I'm gonna real quick... I'm gonna real quick just pop down a little plinth here just to make a... If I can remember how to navigate Tailspire. Fuck it, I'll do this later. Is anyone walking alongside? Because it's not like it's not like they're going off trot. They're
I'll walk outside the cart. I would take up too much
walk
space.
outside with my donkey.
Okay, so you two are walking by the cart.
Yeah, probably, given the number of people, Yua would probably be walking next to it because she's fairly fast anyways.
Okay, so Yua... I'm gonna write this down. Yua, Caro, and Baylog outside the cart. Are the rest of you in the cart then?
Leandra has little legs, probably.
Okay.
Beat would either try to be on the donkey or whatever is drawing the cart.
Lady Dre probably not gonna let you on to ride the horse. So if you can get on the back of Olaf,
Yes, Mundle, yes I do.
you could certainly try to ride the donkey.
Because people have asked
Beat will
before.
attempt very hard.
I will say Olaf,
Yes,
being used to being ridden.
Yes,
this
I
is
have
pack
a
donkey,
text
not a riding
line.
donkey.
Theater of the mind.
Immediately kicks out his little back leg to try to knock you. If you want to roll acrobatics or athletics to try to stay on the bucking donkey.
Athletics.
What was the name of the girl she wanted us to find again?
Kiana.
That is a...
Keanu Reeves?
Shit, hold on, I gotta do math. That is a 25.
Okay, you managed to stand the donkey. Even though he is periodically trying to throw you, you managed to perch yourself on top of the
Okay.
pack of shit that is probably on the back of this donkey. I don't imagine it's not laden with things.
Deet throws up.
There are
a bit of the
caltrops on that.
I imagine they're on in a bag. It's fine. They're probably in a saddlebag off to the side.
They're probably in a bucket on the side because there are buckets on the thing.
In a bucket.
In a bucket.
I can't
Just
even have a
explain
nice, little cuddly sack. You put me in a fucking bucket.
You're in a
bucket.
You're in a bucket hanging off the side of a donkey.
Whole bucket.
It's Baylog's donkey. That's how Balog's donkey set up.
I barely fit in this bucket with my girth.
Yeah.
So, and you guys are on your journey. The journey itself, from Promise, it leads north through what's called the Ribbon, where clusters of farmhouses dot the dark red ground between stands of scattered woods, and eventually the road dwindles to a track. It gets bumpier, you're no longer on a nice paved road, you're on more of a makeshift dirt situation that's not been properly maintained. Stands of trees grow denser, and the farms fewer and farther between as you near land called the Rattle. And as you're traveling, Lady Dre's making do her thing. You're all not from here, yeah? I take it. What with you? You look like a couple of dragon folk. That one looks, I don't know what you are. You're a short fella with a dwarf?
Yes, a dwarf. No, I'm from here. I lived under the rock. You never saw me.
It wouldn't be the first time I met someone from out here. Bigger than you think it is.
Yes, but that was sarcasm.
Well, go ahead. Tell me about yourselves. Or not, you know.
You, is oddly hesitant for a moment before saying, well, I study under the masters of the dragon warriors to become one with my ancestors.
Fascinating. So you, a holy type person like the Proclaimer here, or just...
Some would say.
Oh. Interesting. Could a lot of you... It's gonna immediately roast. Fuck it. Could a lot of you throw me a nature check real quick?
Sure.
That's gonna go well.
That's
fun.
I'm gonna assume it's gonna be a no.
14.
17.
17.
11.
That's a natural 20
8.
for an 18.
Holy shit! I love how you went, I was thinking this is gonna be a no, and you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Kara?
Oh, 11.
11, so that's funny. The ranger got an 11. The ranger got one of the lowest ones. So did
I
any...
have a negative intelligence.
So do I.
You're a ranger!
Yeah, and
Good point.
nature's intelligence.
Those of you who rolled a 14 or higher, you're noticing that most of the farms you're seeing in the Ribbon, it looks like they've been touched by some kind of blight. Crops are withering, animals are thin. Something weird's going on. Like this, it's not normal. What's happening around these farms right now?
What's the smell like?
You don't notice a distinct, like, it's not strong, but past a couple you do smell like, ugh, something might be molding. But like, it's not a constant thing. It's more like if you pass an orchard and like, ooh, a blight's gotten something real bad. Ooh.
There's something deeply wrong with this area.
It certainly doesn't quite look right, though, does it?
No, nothing does.
What y'all mumbling about back there?
The area?
Yes.
Welcome to my interest. There's been had trouble with something for a long time. It's been deteriorating for years, unfortunately, over out here in the Ribbon. That's why a lot of the farmers and stuff have started moving out to the Rattle. I don't know what's causing the deterioration here in the ribbon. It used to be some of the most fertile land, but past few years it's just been getting worse and worse and pushing people out to the rattle, even though it's so dangerous.
Huh.
Well, that does sound problematic, doesn't it? Is there any idea what it is that is going on?
Not a clue, darlings. Not a damned clue.
Wow.
Some of the farmers think it's a curse. Some of them start talking about gods are mad about something or other. Some just think it's bad farming practices, not rotating the crops correctly, or I don't know nothing about farming. I'm a trader, and I don't know much either. I'm a claimer, not a farmer.
Well, I don't know much about farming either, but I would sure hope the farmers know what they're doing, so it can't all be their fault if things are deteriorating that much. One would hope that at least a few of the farmers were competent. No?
Well, I hope none of the competent ones we just knocked out.
Oh, relax. They'll be fine. They're just sleeping.
If those farmers act towards their crops as they did to the people, I'm not surprised.
Well, the crops probably wouldn't fare that well, would they?
I'd say that behavior's very unusual.
Are there actually any farmers out and about?
You're seeing the occasional one, but they're pretty often distant. Like, you're seeing signs of life, but it's not like people are crowded out around, right? It's you pass a farm and you're mostly seeing the fields or like the edges of pastures near the side of the road, with like actual farmhouse and stuff being way farther out. So occasionally you see like someone working a field with their mule or horse or something.
And they're all acting normal. Also, they're on their own? Okay.
I mean, like, I see a couple with other workers, but it's not like massive groups of people in one field.
Okay.
Right.
So you carry on and you make your way through the ribbon, and eventually the ribbon starts merging into what appears to be you push into what you assume must be the rattle. You start approaching a weathered farm surrounded by crops that they look healthier. You can visibly see the difference between the area that was referred to as the ribbon and what the rattle is, where the farm you start to pass through looks much healthier. But as you're passing through and you see like fields of corn and grain and what have you, you catch something odd. You start hearing growls and excited yipping sounds resounding from one of the cornfields you're passing.
Oh no.
You're not sure quite where the source is.
Would that be the local wildlife?
But something's running through the crop parallel to the road right now.
Perception check.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep a lookout for that too.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if anyone
Nope.
wants to roll perception, roll it.
Yep.
23.
It's
Okay.
worse.
Thank God. I rolled
No.
5.
No.
16.
Okay.
That's a 19.
19.
I've got
Okay.
a +1. Hold on.
You looks over there?
Natural
Oh.
20
Oh my God.
All right.
for a 21.
You is the only one who doesn't know anything.
You hear what like the noises. Obviously, you have no idea where it's coming from. Your ears aren't quite designed as well for like picking up specifics in the sound. You're not used to this farmland thing. The corn is like reverberating shit. You're so confused. The rest of you realizes there are two groups moving through the crops. One in pursuit of the other currently. Like the yipping and the excited noises are coming from one group that is chasing something else that's moving ahead of it.
Mm-hmm.
Through the dense, you can't see it though. The corns, it's too dense. But do you flag down to slow the cart, or are you just letting the cart continue moving?
I think
It's going to go up to May, right?
May? Lady Dre.
Lady Dre, and kind of like tap her on the side. Hold on, we should slow down. There's something happening.
Yeah. Oh, I hear him. But all right, we'll slow down. We'll slow down.
Carol's gonna pull out his bow and aim it in the area of the yipping in case something comes out to something that it looks like it's vicious or attacking to take a shot at that.
Are you moving towards the field at all, or are you staying on the road?
I'm gonna stay on the road. I got a longbow. I got distance shots.
Do you all have any idea what's going on?
Yeah, you was like, what the fuck's going on?
I hear, like something's happening, but I don't know where it is.
Oh, actually, next to us. Probably just an animal chasing another one? I know.
Deet, can you tell?
Grass move.
Grass move.
Why, yes, the grass is indeed moving.
Yua's
Depends
going to
on
go
what
over
happens.
to Deet and pick them up
Okay.
like a bundle under their arms. Which way is it?
Christ. Deet kind of like squirms a bit to get an arm out. And points in the direction of the disturbance.
Okay.
Then Yua's going to use Step of the Wind to
Okay.
dash as a bonus action and move
Okay.
8 and use as much of her 80 feet of movement to move in that direction.
Okay. So you two run into the cornfield. The second you get into the cornfield, it's real hard to see where you are or get your bearings. We're talking you can see 10 feet around you. If you want to potentially track whatever this is, I'm going to need survival checks.
Okay.
Are the rest of you is anyone going to follow them, or?
Did those two
Um,
just run into a cornfield?
Closer. Carol's really tall. Can I see over the corn?
Nope.
Damn, it's some tall corn.
All corn!
Leandra is going to, like,
I mean, 10-foot corns?
tap.
Well, not 10-foot, 8-foot corns, I think.
It'd have to be. Almost 8 feet tall.
Lift Leandra over you. She can see.
Yeah, Leandra's going to tap Caro on the leg and be like, "Dear, would you mind terribly? Perhaps I could see something if I was a bit higher up than, well, even you."
Leandra gets guidance.
Patrick is guidance. Okay.
Carl
Just tap on the shoulder before she gets up.
will
Okay.
put his hand down for her to step on it and then just hand over his head.
So for everyone trying to find, track in some way, whether visually by looking for moving corn or in the corn looking for tracks, survival checks, please.
Yep.
Okay.
And guidance
I
was...
have-
D4.
A D4.
Okay.
Deet's rolled a 9.
You rolled a 9, okay.
18.
Okay.
19.
19, okay.
I can't see past things. I'll roll too, though. Yeah.
Then you might find
Nope.
tracks.
Nope. I rolled an
What a
8
stranger.
with my survival. I rolled an 8 with my survival. It's a 12.
Oh, okay. Hey, meets it, beats it. So those of you in the corn, you see tracks. So one of you rolled a 12. What was the other survival? What had you rolled?
One was a 9, one was an 18.
You had an 18, and then Carmen had a 12.
Yeah, Carl had 12.
With the 8, and they're the tracks you can make out most easily, large. They are large animal tracks. You can see the imprints of the pads and of the claws hitting the ground, running. Looks like there's more than one. And on the 18, you can make out the tracks of a person.
Oh no.
Leandra, from your vantage point, and you can also see the direction they're going. They're going away from you, and you could potentially follow them to find where they're going. Leandra, from your vantage point, you can't see specifically what it is, but you can see where the corn is wavering, the direction it's going, and you can also see that the rustling and moving is running in the direction of a clearing, not that far away.
Yeah, Leandra is going to just point, oh, they're moving right in that direction towards the clearing. We could get a good view of what is going on if we just get to the clearing.
Carl puts his hand down, places her on his shoulder, and just starts charging towards where the clearing is.
I'm running out.
Yeah.
Alright, go.
And Yua is following the tracks through the cornfield.
Okay.
Double moving.
Okay.
So 80 feet of movement per turn.
Okay.
Oh,
80
yeah.
feet of movement, so you're gonna get there first. Got noted. And Deet, I'm assuming, is also.
Deet is in Yua's arms.
Deet is alright. We're done.
Squirming and making random lizard noises of struggle and distaste.
Can I say while we're running, is it okay if I send a message to you and be like, there's a clearing where they're going?
Does message have a response?
Or
not?
So.
It does.
Respond to this message.
Yeah, you can respond.
You can respond to this message.
Whatever we're running after is someone's being chased by these things.
We're headed to the. Well, yeah. I'll send another one back. The three of us are heading to a clearing where they're running to.
See you there.
Okay. First question. Baylog, are you bringing the donkey? Or you left
No, the donkey is still at the thing.
donkey's sitting at the cart. As you guys
It's
all
tied to the cart.
As you all run off into the cornfield, you just hear Leandra going, "Now don't get chewed up by something out there, okay? We need you to." I'm Xandis now. That was not the right accent.
Wow.
If you could, not die, we need you to come back. You okay? You here? You hear me? There they go.
Carol sent a message. We'll be back.
All right. So you guys all start hoofing it, running through. Yua and Dee, you are easily ahead of the group. You're pretty sure you actually at some point bypassed. You never saw them, but you started hearing something off to the left of you. Whoever it is, clearly they're not running in a straight line. The person being chased, the only way they're not haven't already been got is by zigzagging and moving around, whereas you're running in a straight line, having gotten some guidance into where the clearing is. You actually get to the clearing before whatever you were chasing does. So you're out in the clearing, you're looking around, you see a farmer come running out of the brain, out of the corn, and hot on this man's heels, you see 3 abso-fucking-lutely massive coyotes.
Oh.
They are easily taller than this man. Come bounding behind him, and
Or size.
yeah, and not terribly close. Caro and oh my god, Caro,
Leandra and Baylog?
Caro, Leandra, and Baylog come running out somewhere to the right of where they pop out.
Sweet.
I do have a 35-foot movement speed, so.
Okay. So you're slightly ahead of Baylog. It's just, the other one has 80.
Oh yeah, no, I get you. Well, if I dash, it's 70, so.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's 10 more feet. I'm gonna go ahead, as the farmer and the wolves, I say wolves, as the farmer and the coyotes come out, one of the coyotes does move to pounce. Go ahead and roll initiative, guys, while I move you over here. And we can actually get that set up, but that might be where we wrap up close combat.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. It's cool. I got a 14.
Oh no.
I've got another 30 minutes.
I got a 4.
I thought you had to leave at 2:30. It's 2:17.
17.
2:45 at the latest.
Isaac's like,
I'm all
"Oh, okay."
dressed and ready to go. So I can jump out the door at 45 without any issues.
He got the socks.
Exactly. Got my socks, shoes. I got my keys. I got my wallet. Got everything.
I'm ready to run and go. Oh,
Guess who rolled a nat 1?
oh.
It's okay. I rolled a 17. I'll act for you.
I want to take advantage of that range.
I also
That
did 17.
they have 150 feet.
How far
Maybe
away are
use
we
it.
from these guys?
You're gonna see in a second. You're gonna see in a second.
Cool.
We're about to see.
Just say you and Deet got over
I need to go
here.
run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Go ahead.
I'm also gonna get water while we're being set up. Yeah.
Just wait. If I ever get rid of that disadvantage at long range distance, I could shoot 600 feet away. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
No, don't knock them out. Don't knock them out.
This is gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine.
Okay, and go ahead and push it into this. Let me bring everyone to this board. Do I have it? Do I have a bookmark set up? I don't. Smart. Good job, me, smart.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right, summon you all. And
Oh, to be summoned.
oh, to be summoned. Where the fuck? Where's the right tab? There's the right tab. I'm like, where's the fucking?
So this dude's tripped and fallen down?
No, he's been. Something has tried to. One of them has pounced him.
Okay.
So one. Need another D. Just gonna.
I didn't realize that I built him that way, but that's hilarious.
What?
I was looking at what I could do, and I have Entangling Strike, and then as a Frost Giant Goliath, I have Frost Chill. Both of them, and then I have
Both can rock the same thing.
they can both proc, but I also have Slow with the longbow, which means I can reduce the movement speed of a creature either to 0 or the negative 20 feet.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
No,
gonna wait for
you
Rachel to
can
get back.
definitely speed control.
Oh, good. All right. so
Hey!
Let me
Hey.
get everyone in to the turn order.
Are you about to weaponize me?
You better be able to recognize them.
17.
So we're gonna do this Matt Mercer style. 20 to 15.
17.
17.
17. Which of you has a higher dexterity?
I do.
Definitely.
Definitely.
One gets higher dex.
Any of these beat a 7? Did any of these beat a 17?
What does Matt Mercer style mean?
That
He
way
does
of-
initiative.
That way of doing initiative. Where I say instead of just asking it, I just go 7. This that.
Makes sense.
Where do you have an initiative bonus of any kind? You do not. So one of them.
So they have 0 dex.
That's not necessarily true.
I don't know.
Also, I've noticed that Yua actually has that, like, Rachel, you talked about it before, adding a little bit of, like, a green sheen or something to her because of being a bronze dragon. But she naturally has that in Tailspire.
Yeah, it's already
just
happened. It's lighting.
it's the lighting. We're about.
I know, I love it.
I know.
Okay.
It's just like
So,
perfection.
14 to 10.
14.
14. What's your dex?
It's a 16?
16?
18.
18.
7 plus 4.
Okay. 9 to 5.
9 to 5. What? Oh.
And that's what I mean is like, did you roll whatever you rolled for initiative?
Not 9 to 5.
Not to that. Okay. So you rolled real baby numbers. Did Dee roll baby numbers then too? Okay, what did you roll?
Mine was 4.
Baby numbers.
6. Okay, so then that one's gonna go. Okay, so then 5 to 1 then.
I believe Deet has
4.
3.
3 and 4.
No, 4.
No, 3.
3.
I rolled a nat 1.
Leandra said you said 4.
Yep.
Okay. All right. You see a moment to act as this direwolf pounces on the farmer.
Direwolf? I thought it's a coyote.
Oh, sorry, massive coyote.
Yeah, massive coyote.
Now we know what
Yeah.
stat block it is.
Yeah, I don't know what stuff like this. My bad.
If I knew the stealth block.
This is good to know. All right.
Off the top of my head. Oh.
I could do the smart thing, or I could do the crazy thing. 7 intelligence. 7 intelligence. Let's do this. Yeet. Yeet.
Beep, beep.
She takes Deep in both hands and just in a big, and like steps forward hard, and it just a big double overhand just throws him forward directly at the coyote on top of the man.
Okay. So you're gonna yeet a motherfucker at another. You're gonna yeet a deed at another motherfucker.
Eat the deet at the beat.
Yeet the deed at the coyote. I couldn't try to
Coyote.
rhyme. Okay. That's an improvised weapon attack. Sure. Why not? Go ahead.
It's the spirit of things, right?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yes,
I really
Oh,
wish I could grapple as a reaction. Oh well.
If it as an off attack, I mean, look, we can try it. Let's just see if he hits. If
That's cocked.
he hits you the thing with it first, and then we'll see about that.
Okay. And I'm adding my dexterity modifier, strength modifier. What modifier am I using
So,
here?
improvised weapon, you don't have proficiency, but you can still use your. Let's use Dex.
Honestly, when it comes to range attacks, you can usually choose
Yeah,
when you're
you can
throwing
choose.
objects.
Yeah.
So yeah, different.
Objects. Or
I mean-
people. Then that's gonna
Normally,
be
it's an object.
yeah. And that's gonna be a 14.
Okay, 14. That just barely, yeah.
Yes.
Deep is launched into the direwolf. So Deep, that's up to you.
Deep.
You're not a direwolf. Do you want to cannonball yourself to do some damage? Or are you gonna try to like bear hug this thing? What?
I'm gonna try. I like to picture I landed on this thing's face,
Okay.
so I'll try and like grapple it in a way to where it's like it's hard for it to
Okay.
see.
Distraction.
We're gonna. So you're.
Pocket deep.
Okay,
I choose you.
So what is your strength score?
+5,
+5, so that's 8,
20.
13
Yeah.
plus. Well, yeah, I'll try to see what your DC is for. What's your proficiency bonus?
+2.
+2, so that would make it. So it's a 15. Okay, this thing has to beat a 15, or it's going to be grappled by you. Does not. It does not.
Yes.
It rolls 13. So you launch Deet
Get
into
ye.
this thing. You eat Deet
Yeet.
into the direwolf, into the massive coyote's face. Deet,
Yeah.
like an angry kitten, just hit onto the face of the direwolf that is bearing down on the poor farmer on the ground, and it's just like.
Good job, Deet.
Then it starts doing this with Deet on its face. It's very confused. Is there anything else you wanted to do?
Yua is going to That's my action.
That's your
I
action.
still have movement and a bonus action.
Yep.
So I can't bonus action attack. I'm going to move in next to this guy.
Okay.
And I'm going to move in close,
Mhm.
and I'm going to spend a key point for patient defense,
Okay.
hoping that if coyotes attack, they will potentially go after me.
Okay. And is that it?
And that would be it.
Okay. So, yep, the coyote to, you know what, I'm gonna, I wish I could make them different colors. I don't want to
But it's a free action to draw weapons, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she would have drawn her daggers at this point.
So, the coyotes do not know that the other group has come out behind them at this point. They only know about Yua and the tiny thing currently on the leader's face. So this one is going to come around on Yua. And it is going to... It's one of those allies. Oh boy. Well, pack tactics. And it's going to try to bite you.
Okay.
It has advantage because its pack mate is within 5 feet of it.
It is disadvantage because of patient defense, so now it's a straight roll.
Right. Okay, and I rolled both at the same time, so I will re-roll that one. That is... That's a 24.
That hits.
That hits, okay. So you are going to take... Six. You're going to take 9 piercing damage. And I need you to give me a strength save.
It's probably going to be a no.
Let's see.
Look, I know my strength. That's not strength.
You've had 2 20s so far. So let's see.
Well, I already rolled it. It's a 5 on the die. I believe of a +4 on the save, so that's a 9. So that's going to be a no.
So this coyote bites into your shoulder and starts shaking, knocking you to the ground prone.
Oof. Is it currently have me in its mouth still?
Flavor-wise, yes, but you are prone, not grappled.
Gotcha.
It is a loose hold. You can break it just by moving away from it, basically.
Yeah.
Baylog, there are giant coyotes attacking a farmer and your friends.
Maylog is the last person, just comes out of the off the field, I'm not that far. Oh my god, those are big dogs.
Holy shit!
Holy shit!
God damn!
Goddamn!
Can I use that as a bonus action? I cannot. But I can give you this as a bonus. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on Yua, which gives a +2 AC, by holding out his little amulet, which is in the form of a little shield with a hammer, and it says, "Oh boy, well, please protect those 2 fools, or well, at least the chromatic one. I like the color."
There's that one. I like their color. Perfect.
So for next 10 minutes, you have +2 AC.
Thank you. That puts me at 19.
It's I hold concentration, yes.
Yep, that's my concentration used up. And I can still attack while I'm holding concentration, right?
You still have your main action.
Yeah, the only
because
thing is if you cast another concentration spell, it will break it.
Makes sense.
Immediately.
Or if you were to do something like rage, which you can't do, so.
My turn. Distances. Gonna walk up here. And just casually throw an axe, which
So
is
next, at the one directly in front of you.
Yep, hand axe. That's plus
Roll me an attack.
Yep, I'm up. That's a 14.
Barely hits. Roll me some damage.
8d6. It's 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay.
Slashing.
You deal 7 damage to the massive coyote as you hurl an axe and it sticks into this thing's thick, like it doesn't really stick. You think for a second it sticks, but then it kind of falls. It chops away mostly fur. You could see a trickle of blood though, as it does do a little bit of damage to it.
Okay.
And also piss it the fuck off.
Obviously. To use the light property, I'd need another bonus action, right?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm done.
Unless you're proficient with Nick.
Cleric doesn't get weapon proficiencies.
Okay, you don't get masteries yet. Okay.
Yeah, no mastery for you.
No mastery.
I'm using the old one, so I'm not getting any of the old.
Right. You don't get any of that.
So I'm done for now.
Okay. Caro! Big
Leandra is still on my shoulder, so she's coming with me.
Okay, yeah, Leandra's gonna come with you. You have a shoulder-mounted wizard turret. See, Mundo, we're comboing.
Nice wizard.
Not exactly what I thought of, but yeah, I'm happy.
As he's running over there, he's gonna kind of like turn over his head and be like, "Do you want to get down?"
Let me think about it.
Oh, actually, this is fine. This is giving me a very good view, darling. Thank you. If you don't mind.
Just casually just like brushes his jaw. Like, oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Barely keeping concentration, but he's got this. I am going to bonus action cast Hunter's Mark on the one that's got Yua and bitten down.
So this one here, Hunter's Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it a saving throw or anything?
Nope. It just does. It's
just
Hunter's
does.
Mark.
Okay.
It's kind of like Hex and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, congratulations, you're fucked.
We're gonna use green for Hunter's Mark.
Alrighty. And as a part of the new Ranger, though, I have Hunter's Lore. Any target that I have Hunter's Mark, I can know if they have any damage or condition immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities.
Next.
So immunities, resistances, and what?
Damage or condition immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities.
No, and no.
Nothing. Got it. Okay. I didn't think so, but it doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah,
It has none because it's dire.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know. You could be using a special version of it. You don't know.
Yeah, for all I know. Either way, he's going to take his bow out and he's going to take a shot.
Okay.
Just for flavor, but he's going to try to aim for the scruff of its neck.
You're plenty within. Okay.
I have 150 feet of range.
For a second, I thought you were like, ow, I just bit the fucking inside of, ow.
Oh no.
That hurt. For a second I thought you were targeting the closer one. I was about to be like, is that one too close? No. Go ahead and roll me an attack.
That'll definitely hit. It's a natural 17, so.
Nice, yep.
Plus 8.
Okay, yeah, 30.
Okay, so that is 1d8 plus 1d6, and because I'm hitting, I might as well, since it's got somebody in their jaws, I'm gonna use my my frost chill to do an extra d6 of damage.
Cool.
Cool damage. So let's start with the first 2 hits. That's cocked as fuck. Okay. So that's a 7 plus a 6, we're at 13 plus another 3, 16. Plus the longbow, which is a 4, so 20 total.
Damage altogether?
Yeah, with 3 of that being cold damage, the rest of it's piercing.
Nice.
And its movement speed is reduced by 10. until the end of my turn.
Got it.
Actually, no, it's reduced by 20 because both of those reduced by 10.
Okay. That one is slowed. Okay.
Basically mobile by now.
Your pet.
Actually, do I want to do that? I don't think I could roll better than that. No, I don't think I can do that. I was thinking about using Savage Attacker, but I nearly maxed out all the dice, so it's probably not worth it.
Yeah, I think you're good.
I think we're good.
That's all you can do.
I am going to kind of position myself by this tree to give Leandra as much cover as I can while still allowing her to see. But that's it.
Okay, and let me double check here.
Cow?
Okay, I wanted to check to make sure something was an action or not. Okay, so it is the coyote that Deet is grabbed onto's turn, and this one is shaking its head around. It is. So we're gonna say with this, since this thing is so much bigger and you are just grappled around its face,
Dragging face in dirt.
You can't. So typically, the grapple condition, you can move something, but you are 2 sizes smaller than this thing, so you can't move it. And also, you're attached to its face, so it does still have free movement.
That's fine. Yeah.
But it is.
Trying to blind it, though.
Yeah. But because it is blinded, you grab the face, it cannot move, and it is definitely going to have disadvantage to attack. You've basically muzzled it. So we'll say in exchange that you've effectively muzzled it. So it's going to focus on trying to get you off of its face for its turn. Oh god, what was that DC again? It was
15.
15?
Yeah.
It rolled a 15 plus something, so that did it.
Damn.
As it shakes its head, it manages to scrape you off of itself onto the ground.
Scrape.
For flavor, you're prone, but you're not prone. Like for flavor, you're on the ground, but you're not prone. I won't make you.
It's like if you're stuck to glass and you use a paint scraper to kill you off.
Scrape it off. But that took its entire action to do, so it is not. It can't do anything else. The one that Baylog attacked is going to turn and run at Baylog, however.
Oh, bugger.
So.
Boofer.
That is going to. Ooh, shit. Okay.
Mother Fluffer.
Mother Fluffer. That is going to be a. I'm on the wrong goddamn tab again. I don't need this tab. That can close. That is a 24. I assume hits.
Yes, you're assuming correctly.
Okay, is correct. For 12 damage, 12 piercing damage, and give me a strength saving throw.
Yes. Oh boy, that's strength saving throw. That's a D20 here. 13 with that's a 15.
15? You're good. You managed to. It does manage to bite you on the arm, but before it can drag you onto the ground, you're able to break its hold. Leandra.
Okay. The coyote that just bit Baylog. Yeah, we're gonna say send some Ray of Frost to it.
Ray of Frost, okay.
Ooh, yes.
Does a 22 hit?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
A 20 who does hit.
Okay. Well, I could have rolled higher, but... Oh yeah, no, there's no plus there. That's a 3 damage.
3 damage. Hey, look, it's 3 damage.
But it also has a secondary ability, doesn't it?
Yes.
Or is Ray of Frost just damage?
Its speed is now reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's kind of...
I'm gonna put... And it's reduced by what?
10 feet.
10 feet. I'm going to put a gray thing on it just for note keeping.
Yeah, no, that's all.
That's
it? Yep.
Okay.
That be it.
Deet! You've been smeared on the ground by a direwolf. It's very pissed at you. You is being mauled. Baylog is being mauled. What do you do?
Yes. What do?
What would you do?
Continue to be a goblin.
So, you said I'm not technically prone, so I don't
You're not
have
technically
to...
prone, yeah.
Okay. But Deet's gonna grumble and hiss and get back up and stares down the coyote that threw them off.
Mm-hmm.
And just lets out an ear-splitting screech.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
I'm going to use bonus action Draconic Cry.
Okay.
You let out a cry that at enemies within 10 feet of you. Until the start of your next turn, you and your allies have advantage on attack rolls against the enemies that could hear you.
Okay. So what is the distance on that?
10 feet.
10 feet. So that would get both of these two.
Yeah, so both of these.
I wish I could put multiple colors on these things.
It's okay.
So
You could put aura up, and like
mix
those
them.
two are there.
Put red on them and then mix red and green.
mix red and green.
Um,
You just gotta remember.
Find D. So.
Yeah.
Alright, so there we go. Those two wolves are. You guys have advantage on those two wolves that are in that aura.
okay. And then Deet's gonna grab hold of their great sword and just do like this leaping like cleave with it, like overhead
Okay.
cleave.
Overhead cleave. Roll attack.
Okay. At advantage, that is a 16 plus 7.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a hell yes.
That is a yes.
2d6 plus 5. Oh, sweet Christ.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great sword
26.
damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 2 6s.
2 6
Yes!
plus 5.
That is 17 points of slashing
17
damage.
points of slashing. To the one that you were on the face of, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And both of those coyotes have taken some big hits.
They have. They are. You overhead, you slash this thing, and you open up its shoulder. It looks pissed still, but you kind of see its ears twitch and kind of like maybe I don't like this.
Which one was it again? It was the one
The
over
one
the
that's
old
not
man?
green. The one that's not green.
Yeah.
This one.
Yes.
Yeah.
The one that's in green took 20 points of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
17.
We're fucking them up. Give 'em
He
deep.
just kind of like cackles at him.
Alright, and that's all you can do on that turn?
I mean, I still have movement, but I'm just gonna stay where I'm at.
Okay. Alright, so the farmer on the ground, just seeing everything happening, but just kind of cowers and just kind of puts his hands over his, he just kind of huddles like, oh god, oh god.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, I'm just gonna make myself small and hope nothing tries to kill me.
Meanwhile, there's this tiny thing just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're actually going to pause there because it is 2:46.
Yes. And I
Okay.
have to run.
So we will-
I'll probably pop into chat on my phone, but yeah. See ya.
Bye.
yeah,
Bye.
we will end the session there. So I will be right back. I'm going to wrap up my stream and I will be right back.
Wrap that up.
Yep, same.
Wrap that up.
So, that was interesting. It was fun being Leandra again. I feel like I couldn't quite live up to what she's like because I'm so fried today, but maybe next time. Or, well, hopefully next time I won't be so just out of it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I do hope you enjoyed the stream. I will be back again tomorrow. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, or night, depending on where you are. And if not tomorrow, then I hope to see you soon. Bye. Bye.